Welcome to Korean Cinema Channel. Today I would like to send you the following news. Imagine the double take that hit the feeds like a plot twist nobody saw coming. Zhao Zhendong, the undisputed king of brooding CEOs in short drama land, suddenly splitting the screen across two wildly divergent worlds in August 2025, leaving fans reeling in Weibo ablaze. 1 minute, he's the feral guardian in fierce wild tenderness, all rogue charisma and untamed edge. The next, he's melting hearts as the soft-spoken university professor and he burns spring to kiss the long summer. The contrast? Seismic, pushing his his-heeled features in 182 centimeters frame into overdrive, proving this 29-year-old phenom isn't just typecast, he's a chameleon in cufflinks. Over the past 2 days, as September 14th ticks by, the internet's erupted in a frenzy of "is that the same guy?" edits, racking 500 million views and spawning Zhendong face swap challenges that crashed Hae-in's algorithm. Flashback to his roots. Born in 1996, Zhao burst from indie circuits into short drama dominance with Thin Young Master, Don't Pretend, Madam Has Run Away, 2025, where he owned the icy tycoon trope, sharp suits, sharper glares, sending female leads fleeing, and viewers swooning, across 60 episodes of high-stakes hijinks. Hits like Absolute Submission and Young Marshall, Your Wife Ran Again, 5 billion plays by May, cemented him as the domineering daddy blueprint, his gravelly baritone and piercing eyes fueling a fan base of 8 million who dubbed him short drama's silent storm. But this dual drop, a masterstroke of reinvention. In fierce wild tenderness, premiering August 13th, opposite Hae-in, he's Zhang Yi, a tattooed wilderness enforcer, all leather jackets and lightning reflexes, shielding a city girl from corporate wolves in a rain-lashed border town. The vibe. Primal, think shirtless stakeouts and snarling standoffs that swap boardrooms for back alley, his usual polish traded for a roguish scar and a smirk that screams bad boy redemption. Critics on dub and gush, Zhendong's wild side is feral poetry, guns the suit, hello heartthrob. Flip the script to He Burns Spring to Kiss the Long Summer, August 12th, paired with K's Hori, and its velvet restraint, as Professor Lu Chen. He's tweed vests and library whispers, a divorced dead unraveling for his spirited student amid cherry blossom confessions and ethical entanglements. The tenderness. Palpable, soft-lit seminars dissolving into stolen campus kisses, his CEO growl mellowed to murmurs that melt the frame. At 61 episodes of 2-minute hooks, it blends rom-com warmth with forbidden mental tension, hitting 1 billion views overnight as fans freak, from feral to fatherly. Zhendong's duality is destroying me. 2 sources to backlash? Minimal, mostly how does he sleep at night switching cells. Memes, but the buzz is electric, with Zhao teasing in a live stream, CEOs were fun, but these roles. They're me, unfiltered. His versatility shines through collabs like today's Inches Away Hot Love, where he flexed rom-com chops, but this? It's a career quake, shattering the one-note hunk mold and luring skeptics into the short drama vortex. Platforms like Oku report a 40% spike in his searches, with Zhendong Professor vs. Wildman debates flooding X in a genre starved for surprises. Zhao's high wire axe isn't just a flip, it's a flex, reminding us that true stars don't wear masks, they shatter them. So, when your own script demands a total rewrite, whose hidden wildness, or whispered warmth, would you dare unleash? First picture this, a cherry blossom campus bathed in golden hour glow, where a lecture hall hums with the quiet intensity of Zhao Zhendong. Yes, that Zhao, the 29-year-old short drama titan known for unhinged CEOs and Young Marshall, Your Wife Ran Again, now transformed into Lu Chen, the soft-spoken professor and He Burns Spring to Kiss the Long Summer. Premiering August 12th, 2025, on Youku, this 61-episode, 2-minute per shot whirlwind has racked 1.2 billion views, with fans losing it over Zhao's pivot from feral tycoon to bespectacled brainiac, his 182 centimeters frame draped in tweed vests and gold-rimmed glasses that scream gentle scholar but smolder with hidden fire. It's not just a role, it's a reinvention, touching his crazy CEO mold and leaving Weibo ablaze with who swapped Zhendong's soul. Memes gone are the barked orders and boardroom tantrums of Thin Young Master, 2025. As Lu Chen, Zhao's voice drops to a velvet murmur, think whispered poetry over lecture notes, his every word a caress that unravels his student, Lindsay, K's Hori, a fiery art major with a knack for breaking rules. The setup? Forbidden and fraud, he's a 34-year-old divorced dad, nursing a bruised heart from a custody battle, when Zai's bold sketches and bolder stares pull him into a vortex of ethical dilemmas and stolen glances. Their chemistry kicks off in episode 1, A seminar where her cheeky question about love's logic sparks his flustered pause, glasses fogging as he adjusts them, a far cry from his usual icy glares. By episode 20, a rain-soaked library kiss, unscripted, per BTS leaks, sends Hae-in into a 600 million view tailspin, Thun screaming, "This ain't no CEO rage, it's soulmate soft, what? Hooked you?" The restraint. Zhao trades domineering for delicate, his fingers brushing her canvas, his sighs heavy with "we shouldn't wait," making the slow burn feel like a forest fire. The plot twists like a thesis gone rogue. Zai's ex, a rival prof, leaks their fling to sabotage Wu's tenure. A mid-season reveal ties her art to his late wife's dreams, gut-punching both. Adapted from a dub novella, it's less about grand gestures than quiet devastation. Think his soft stay, please in the finale, under blooming cherries, that had ex-users sobbing. Zhendong's whispers broke me. His prep. Months of shadowing real profs, nailing the awkward academic vibe, per Weibo Q&A. Critics hail it, Zhao's Lewis 2025 softest slay, proof he's more than a suit. This isn't just acting, it's alchemy, turning a one-note hunk into a heart-stealer who rewrites romance rules. In a world of loudkins, whose quiet words would you let linger long enough to spark your spring lead? Actress Kae isn't a naive, innocent woman. She's not afraid to argue with others and handles problems on her own. Audiences say that while this version of the professor isn't as good as a classic, Zhao Zhendong's performance is quite natural, especially when he smiles, which truly brings a sense of peace of mind. In the tenderness of the wilderness, Zhao Zhendong lets loose, playing a rough and humble man with a foul mouth. But despite his tough exterior, he truly loves the heroine, not only teaching her self-defense but also risking his life to save her in a crucial moment. One crying scene completely broke my heart. His eyes were filled with heartache, unlike those pretentious, overbearing bosses of the past. Even more remarkable, this drama lacks melodramatic plots like drugging and kidnapping, focusing instead on slow, long-lasting redemption. No wonder audiences say this is what love should be like. Interestingly, both dramas avoid the common tropes of short dramas. When I used to watch short dramas, I always felt that screenwriters had to infuse them with intrigue to captivate viewers. But this time, Zhao Zhendong's direct approach to acting is a reversal of fortune. For example, in the scene where he teaches the female lead self-defense in Burning Wild Gentleness, there's no need for any corny words, a single look reassures you, this guy's reliable. Another example is the scene in Burning Spring Kissing Summer, where the professor encourages the female lead to pursue her dreams. His words are remarkably genuine, unlike those often stilted lines. Zhao Zhendong has played many iconic roles before, such as the abstinent male lead in Marriage Color and the unruly, overbearing CEO in Crazy Desire. But this time, it's clear he's had a sudden realization, realizing that audiences are starved for this kind of authenticity. Looking at the online discussions about him now, no one is mentioning the cool writing cliches anymore. Instead, everyone is expressing feelings of being healed. Interestingly, the female leads in both dramas possess distinct personalities. Kae's character is playful and brave enough to argue. Hae-in's heroine, though initially timid, eventually learns to make her own decisions. This demonstrates that audiences today truly don't appreciate stories where the heroine remains mirthful despite being bullied. Zhao Zhendong's script selection has also improved. He might have previously taken on duds for popularity, but now clearly chooses films with substance. Ultimately, Zhao Zhendong's recent success isn't due to his usual melodramatic plots, but rather to his ability to truly bring his characters to life. For example, in Burning Wild Gentleness, his sassy yet gentle demeanor doesn't need to be overly sentimental. Just watching him squat on the side of the road, smoking and daydreaming, is enough to evoke his struggles. Or, in his Burning Spring, his kissing of Long Summer, the subtle gesture the professor uses to fix the heroine's hair is far more profound than simply chatting "I love you" all the time. Online discussions are abuzz with the idea that Zhao Zhendong is transitioning into the perfect healing actor. His dramas used to be about sheer bliss, but now they truly warm the heart. Especially the small details in the two dramas, such as the normal family relationship of the heroine with parents and younger brother, which is completely different from the previous settings of orphans with miserable lives. This sense of reality may be what the audience wants most now. To be honest, I used to think that short dramas were just fast food, but Zhao Zhendong really changed my mind this time. He proved that even without those cliched plots of drugging and kidnapping, the audience can still buy it with real emotions and delicate performances. Now we have to wait and see what new tricks he can come up with next time. Anyway, the gentleness and wildness this time really made me remember it. Thank you for watching my channel. See you in the next videos. Thanks.